Before borders, before flags, before the word American ever existed, there was one landmass, one species, one origin. Every human being on this earth walked out of Africa first.
They drew the maps and changed the names. They built the schools and buried the claims.
But the bones don't lie.
The DNA remains.
'Cause every bloodline leads back to the same terrain.
Wake up to the light.
They put inside your mind.
Wake up to the light.
They kept you blind this time.
Wake up to the light.
Written in history's design. Every American alive today shares African bloodline. Approximately 300,000 years ago, Homo sapiens emerged in North and East Africa. This is what the fossil records show. The oldest human remains were found in Jebel Irhoud Morocco, 2017. That is the science, not the story. Not the fiction in between. Mitochondrial Eve, traced through maternal DNA, was an African woman who lived approximately 150,000 years ago. They say that every human being on earth descends from that single maternal line. White, brown, red, or yellow Africa is where your ancestors first defined. Between 70,000 and 100,000 years ago, the migration began. Small groups of African people crossed into the Arabian Peninsula and walked across the land. They moved into Europe, into Asia, into the Americas, eventually crossing the Bering Land Bridge approximately 15,000 years before the Common Era. Historically, the first people to set foot on American soil came from Northeast Asia. But those Northeast Asians themselves had walked out of Africa earlier in prior eras. So every Native American, every indigenous nation standing on that ground traces their ancestry through Asia, through Africa. That is what science has found. Then came the Europeans, the Spanish, British, French, and Dutch. All of them descended from African ancestors who had migrated and changed that much. Skin color changed because of ultraviolet radiation and vitamin D absorption rates. Melanin decreased in northern climates over tens of thousands of years. These are biological traits. Whiteness is not an origin, it is an adaptation. Every pale-skinned person on earth carries African DNA as their foundational foundation. They drew the maps and changed the names.
They built the schools and buried the claims.
But the bones don't lie.
The DNA remains.
Every bloodline leads back to the same terrain.
Wake up to the light. They put inside your mind. Wake up to the light. They kept you blind this time. Wake up to the light. Written in history's design. Every American alive today
shares
African bloodline.
The transatlantic slave trade forcibly brought millions of Africans to American shores. But even before that crime, the indigenous people already there came from Africa's core. Christopher Columbus did not discover land, he arrived where people already stood. Those Taino and Arawak peoples, those Cherokee and Lakota, all traced back where they could. Genetic studies by Harvard, by the National Geographic Genographic Project confirm the chain. Every population group in the Americas carries the out of Africa migration strain. The concept of race was invented in the 1600s to justify enslavement and colonial rule. It was a legal and economic construct, not a biological truth. They used it as a tool. Thomas Jefferson owned enslaved Africans while writing that all men were created equal. The contradiction was intentional.
The system was designed to divide the people.
Black Americans did not just arrive as cargo. They arrived as the descendants of the first humans known,
returning in chains to a hemisphere that their ancient ancestors had left and grown.
So when they told you that Africa was primitive, backward, without civilization or thought, they were erasing the origin of every civilization that European colonizers ever fought.
Egypt, Nubia, Mali, Axum, Great Zimbabwe, these were African empires standing tall.
Mathematics,
astronomy,
architecture,
medicine,
Africa
gave these to all you and I. What they told you, you are older, and their story, Africa is the mother.
And that is not metaphor.
That is mandatory history.
The American identity was built on a lie of separation. But mitochondrial DNA dissolves every false foundation. White Americans, Latino, Native, and Asian too. All roads lead back to East Africa. This is the truth
they hid from you.
So the next time someone tells you where you come from,
tell them the answer
starts 400,000 years ago.
Not with a drum,
not with a drum,
no.
Not with a flag, no. Not with a border drawn on
stolen land.
It starts in Africa
with the first woman,
the first man.
Every American,
white and black,
carries that origin in their strand. They lie to you. Oh,
they lie to you. They lie to you. They gave you a flag and called it identity. They gave you a border and called it original. But no government ever existed. When the first human took their first breath on African soil, you memorized their textbooks word for word. But the oldest chapter was the one you never heard. The classroom was a cage, the curriculum a chain. Africa was the beginning, let that truth remain.
Wake up to the lies built inside every wall. Wake up to the lies that made the mighty feel small. Wake up to the lies that divided us all. We were one people before the empire's fall.
Yeah. The Cheddar Man, found in Somerset, England, was confirmed by 2018 DNA. The oldest British skeleton had dark skin and blue eyes. That is what the evidence displays. Ancient European hunter-gatherers carried dark pigmentation for thousands of years after leaving Africa's door. Fair skin in Europe only became dominant approximately 8,000 years ago, not before. The Roman Empire recruited soldiers from North Africa. Septimius Severus, Rome's emperor in 193, was a man of African, Berber, and Punic origin, ruling the empire from Britain to the Red Sea. Beethoven's contemporaries described his complexion as dark, his features broad. Historians noted his Moorish ancestry line. The Moors ruled Spain and Portugal for 700 years. African scholars kept European knowledge alive during that time. The oldest university on earth is the University of Al-Qarawiyyin,
founded in 859
in Fez, Morocco, North Africa, by a woman named Fatima Al-Firi.
African African intellectual design.
The first surgical instruments ever recorded were found in ancient Egypt 4,000 years ago. The Edwin Smith papyrus documented brain surgery, bone fractures, and wound care.
This is what the records show.
When Europeans arrived in the Americas, they carried diseases that killed 90% of indigenous populations across the land. Those surviving nations still carry haplogroups tracing directly to African migration bands.
They split one people into 100 flags. They buried the truth beneath 1,000 tags. But every genome sequence tells the same story loud and clear. Africa never left us. Africa is still